Hihanni West J Midgard. My name is Michelle from Thor Wants Another Letter, and today I'm going to be talking about all the Indigenous books left on my TBR. Last year, Brody and I started Indigathon, which was super fun. It is a month-long readathon from November 1st to the 30th. I don't know if they have 30, I don't know. We'll ask Alexa. Alexa, she might be drunk again. Hold on. Alexa, how many days are in November this year?
November has 30 days.
30.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. I read something like 15 books or something like that. However, this year I don't think that my TBR is going to be consisting all of kids books. However, I'm probably going to give it a good old shot, considering they try to mesh animals and to be the native characters, which as you know, I'm not a fan of. So anyway, here's what I have in front of me. I do have a couple of arcs for on digital arcs, and then I also have Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse, which last year I tried to read. It didn't happen. I had some issues in November, so it didn't go so well. I also have I always recommend Apple in the Middle by Dr. Donnie Quigley. And then I'm also recommending I Can Make This Promise by Christine Day. It is a middle grade, but I really loved it. And so there's a couple other books that are on my radar that I want to get, not arcs, but I want to get copies of them. But this is just what I have on hand. Alright, the first one we're going to start with is Race to the Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is a Rick Riordan Presents book, and I believe this has Navajo representation. I try not to go into some books with too much information. I find that if I know too much about it, it kind of skews my how I perceive the book. So I'm trying to go in it with just to have fun. The next we have is a upcoming release, and that is Elatso, and this comes out August 25th, 2020. So I got an arc of this, so thank you to Levine Quierdo for sending me an arc of this. The next we have is Apple Skin to the Core by Eric Gansworth, and this one comes out October 6th, 2020. So, thank you to Levine Quierdo for sending this to me. They sent it along with Elatso. It's more of a poetry type collection. The next one we have, I'm actually reading for a video, and that is Bone Black by Carol Rose Golden Eagle. And this is already out. This is about two twins, and one of them goes missing, and the other one is dealing with trying to find their sister, and through some personal things, and talks about missing murdered Indigenous women and the problem and how it's such an invisible problem. And so yeah, this is gonna be a big one. Next we have is Empire of the Wild by Sherry Demeline, and this one I believe is already out. Oh boy. Alright, and then we also have Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This one comes out October 30th, 2020. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog for this, so please look out for that. The next we have I'm really happy about. That is The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, and this was kindly sent to me by Saga Press. It's just so beautiful, and then I can't wait for the UK cover because I'm going to buy that too. Next we have Paying the Land by Joe Sacco, and this one was kindly sent to me by Henry Holt & Co. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to read this. I'm very much needing a graphic novel. It's just really big and it's really long, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated. However, I am gonna read it. It probably won't take me as long as I think it will. The last one I'm actually very proud of, because when I am able to say own voices, I really mean own voice, because the author is Lakota. This comes out this month in August. I can't remember which date exactly, but I was very happy to get a copy of this. He sent this to me sometime in January, February, and I was so happy to get a copy, and we're reading it next month for a book clubby thingy. I'll talk about it in a video. But I'm just so overjoyed. He even sent me a postcard with his like contact info and stuff like that. It says, "Many thanks, David." So I noticed I don't really talk about what it's like to be Lakota very much on my channel, but just the fact that there's something out there that is written by a Lakota person, like this, I pray to God that I will always sing. I will always sing this praises, whether I like the book or not. I know it's going to be very emotional because my mom is already like, are you done reading it yet? When are you going to read it? I want to read it. I am not from the Rosebud Reservation. I am actually, I was born in Pine Ridge, so I have Oglala Lakota blood, which it's what I identify with. And then I'm also I'm enrolled in Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. If you are not sure about what Standing Rock is, you remember a couple years ago when the Dakota Pipeline was threatening to come in, and there was a lot of protesting, men on horses, things like that, and the cops were using rubber bullets and tear gassing and things like that. It was a hard time. I was pregnant with Soren at the time, so I was not able to go down and protest. Otherwise, I probably would have. If I was not pregnant, I would have been down there. I would have been protesting because that was bullshit. And thankfully, it's not going to happen. But so that is where my little where my family is from. My last name used to be Two Hearts. In Lakota, it means Shante Nupa. But just the fact that I can now say, like, oh yeah, I have a book written by a Lakota man, that just means so much to me. It means everything to me. And I cannot wait to read this and get back to my mom and, like, talk to her about it. That was my pile of books. I'll show you. Okay, so we have this pile right here. So those are my Indigenous books that I have to read for the rest of from July to December. And obviously I probably won't be able to read all of them, but I do want to read every single one and get through them. And then there's a couple other books that are coming out, like Firekeeper's Daughter and Carrie, that I want to read. I'm also planning on picking up a couple more for Indigenathon. Obviously, I'm going to try to read some Kid Lit because there's some out there that I haven't read yet. So there's that. And yeah, thank you for kind of listening to me ramble at the end, but I just wanted to let you know, to kind of make a point of, because of the reading rush, everybody's like, can we just find diverse things instead of like paying attention to this? So I encourage you to join Indigenathon in November. I also encourage you to follow me and Autumn. So Autumn and I have this book club every month where we read or we watch something, whether it's just Indigenous content, and then we kind of have a talk about it. And that's called OMG She's Indigenous. So follow that. Follow the Twitter, the Instagram. We switch by my channel, her channel, so that way we can get more engagement. And that's what the people are there for. So this month we are going to be watching Thunderheart with Val Kilmer and Graham Greene. So I highly encourage you to rent it. You can rent it from Amazon Prime, Vudu, YouTube, and I love that movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. It talks about the American Indian movement. It also talks about people versus people thing, because of like traditionalists versus like urban natives. I myself am an urban native because I don't practice all the things. I don't know about all the things because of intergenerational trauma. My mom doesn't know that many things anymore from when she was young because of going to like Catholic school, and all I can really do is make subpar fry bread and sew a little bit, but I cling on to that. I can speak a little bit of my language. However, I can't put together like sentences or anything like that, and everything that I do is like I have to pronounce it like at least. I tried to practice si chanhu like a good 4 or 5 times because I did not want to get it wrong. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to me ramble. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. To go to Indigenous folks for Indigenous recommendations. So I will link down below some creators who I get recommendations from, including Erin, Michelle, Dan. What? Okay, so like okay, so I'm just sitting here. Started this video over like at least 3 times because I'm still okay, so it's burger night, right? I'm just sitting here. Somebody in the Indigenous Bookstagram group chat that I'm in was like, hey, Books and Lala shouted some of you out in her new video, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to go and watch because Danny's probably gonna be in it, and Aaron, because they're like way up there, you know, they are just the best, you know. And Miss Kayla from Books and Lala says my freaking name. That is the second name that comes out of her mouth. The second name. I'm just sitting here and I'm speechless and I'm crying and emotional, and I feel like I'm on a cloud. Like this feels unreal because so thank you, Kayla, for mentioning my name in your video. Thank you for mentioning Danny and Brody and Wheezy and everybody else that deserves attention, and I hope that this brings more attention to Indigenous book reviewers. And like I said, representation is so important, and I am just so honored that I was in your video. And I'm gonna finish my food and I'm gonna finish watching this because I'm emotional, and I'm gonna probably talk about it in my diary. So laters.
Booktubers that you should go follow, and I will tag them in the description so you don't have to go looking for that. But
what is that? I love you.